Okay, so we're going to tiptoe into the solving rational equations. And we're going to start off with some of these. It's kind of easy with cross multiplication just to get back into the swing of things. All right, so we're going to end up multiplying 4 times p plus 2. And then on the other side, we're going to multiply 6 times 6, which is 36. All right, so we got to distribute. Subtract. This ends up being 4p equals, let's see, 36 minus 8. What is that, 24? No. 36 minus 8. 28. Okay. And then we're going to divide. So p equals 7. All right. Now, reason why some people still have to take the ACT, and this is also just good practice to get back into solving equations. We hadn't done stuff like that in a while, except for yesterday. Okay, so we're just tiptoeing back into this kind of thing. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I don't have anything extra to say after that. All right, so it looks like we have 9 times 2, which is 18. And then 3 times 2c plus 2. All right. 18 equals 6c plus 6. And these are kind of nice because after we cross multiply, the equations are actually pretty easy to solve. But what I've noticed in teaching some of the higher classes is that some of these basic solving equation skills gets lost sometimes when we're worried about, knowing all the upper level stuff. Okay, so we have 4 times negative y, which is negative 4y. All right. So we're going to distribute 8y equals negative 4y. Well, this is just the first part of this. Yeah, just wait. It gets to be a little bit more than what we're doing now. Okay. And we end up getting, what is this? Negative 2 equals y. Okay, so yeah, these are kind of easy. That's why we only had a few. But when we talk about rationals, we always have to talk. Why won't this move? There we go. We always have to talk about, if we have these or something else. Now, this right here, this is kind of the main part of what we're going to end up doing on Monday. So instead of trying to jump whole hog into solving this thing and learn to do these on a Friday when everybody's tired, the time changed on Sunday. We're really starting to feel it now, and we've been here for 5 days. So this is our equation. And the first thing you have to do, they found the least common, denominator, which is 2x, and they multiplied it back through, and they canceled out, and then they ended up getting, in some instances, we'll get a quadratic or we'll get something like we had today, and we have to solve, end up solving for x. Now, again, what we're going to do today is we're going to take about 6 problems, and we're going to look at finding the least common denominator, at least getting that part. And then on Monday, we're going to come back, look at those same problems, find the common denominator, and actually go through the process. Okay? So, again, kind of tiptoeing, baby stepping, however you want to say, into this. All right. So, all we're doing again today is we're finding the least common denominator. Okay, so if we look at example 1, this is on the back of your handout for those that's got them printed out. The least, huh? Oh, I cut out. Wow, nobody told me that I cut out. Oh, it just did. Okay. Change prediction mode, duplicate. Okay, so this is going to be awesome. It's going to be one of those. Luckily, today, this is the only class I'm actually teaching today. My other classes have tests. So I'll be just answering questions for them and getting stuff ready for us and them for next week. Because I'm smart that way. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. There you go, computer. Good job. Okay, so on the back, sometimes now for some of these that we're going to do, I'm going to try to find the ones where we don't have to factor or anything like that. I want y'all just get the least common denominator, and most of the times, not all the time, I'm saying like 80%, 75%, it's actually multiplying all your denominators together. Okay, so this LCD would actually be 3x. Okay, because if I multiply everything by 3x, it actually goes through and kills the fraction. Okay, so when we do this, it's killing the fraction. All right, and that's a big thing. Used to have a coworker, lots of fun. He'd actually say, kill the fraction, kill the fraction, kill the fraction, kill the fraction. And basically what we're doing when we on Monday, we'll end up multiplying all these by the LCD, is getting rid of all the fractions, and then we get something that we can deal with. Okay, so let's kind of look through this. All right, some of these are going to be easier than other ones. Some of them may be more difficult. All right, if all these are our 2x and our 3 are understood to have the denominator of 1, what is going to be our least common denominator for number 1? What's the only thing that's not a 1 as a denominator right here? X, okay? That's it. So, like on Monday, we'll come in, we'll end up multiplying and solving this equation, and then we'll be good to go. Okay? All right. So, moving on. What is this doing again? All right. Number 2. What's going to be our common denominator on number 2? Good. Again, it's also x. It's like teaching the extras from The Walking Dead. Everybody's just give out, tired. Some of y'all have got senioritis like since July. Yeah, I see a smile over there. I know what you're doing. All right. Oh goodness, we have one that's a little bit different. Number 3. What's actually going to be our common denominator for number 3? Nope, 6x. Okay, we would end up multiplying everything by 6x, and that actually kills the fraction. Okay, All right, this one's super hard. I mean, super duper crazy hard. What's the only thing that this has that this doesn't? An X. So, that's it. Now, this one gets a little bit more difficult. Okay. All right. Over here, we have an X minus 1. Over here, we have an X. And then over here, we have a 1. The only way to get all three of these together to have the same denominator is if we multiply everything by X times X minus 1. Okay. That's it. All right. And the last one, these two are the same. That's awesome. This one is not. So our least common denominator for this one is just going to be X minus 1. That's it. And that's basically our whole lesson today because we barely got through that without, I mean, some of y'all are like about to pass out after that, and we've only been going for like 7 minutes. Okay. So, good stuff.